Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Kelly Ripa had walked countless hallways in her life, studio corridors humming with cameras, backstage tunnels where makeup artists flew like hummingbirds, even the narrow kitchen passageways at home where her children once trailed behind her like ducklings. But none of those hallways felt as cold, as endless, or as suffocating as the one she walked now. The hospital lights buzzed faintly overhead, too bright, too white, too honest. Her fingers shook around the paper cup of untouched tea. She didn't even remember who had placed it in her hands. Maybe a nurse, maybe Mark before he'd been ushered away for testing, but it had long gone cold, mirroring the chill settling in her chest. Mark Consuelos had always been the steady one, the warm laugh, the unshakable confidence, the effortless strength, the kind of man who made even the most chaotic mornings feel conquerable. But 2 nights earlier, that strength had cracked. They'd been getting ready for a charity gala, the kind of event they'd attended 100 times. Kelly had been fiddling with the clasp of an earring when she heard it, a sharp breath, a quiet groan. She turned to see Mark gripping the edge of the dresser, his knuckles white, his face drained of color. "Mark?" she whispered, rushing toward him. He tried to smile, but it wavered, buckled, and disappeared. "Just dizzy. I'm fine." He wasn't. Within minutes, the dizziness spiraled into a collapse, and the evening turned into a blur of sirens, paramedics, and Kelly's trembling hands pressing against Mark's chest, begging him to stay awake. Now, 2 days later, the doctors finally emerged with an update. One Kelly had been dreading, yet desperately needing. A tall physician approached, his expression too soft, too careful. Kelly straightened, her throat dry. "Mrs. Ripa," he said gently, "we have the results." Her heartbeat thudded hurriedly, almost drowning out his voice. "It appears Mark has been dealing with a serious cardiac condition for longer than anyone realized. The episodes he's been experiencing, they've progressed." Kelly swallowed hard. "Progressed how?" The doctor hesitated. "We found signs of advanced electrical instability in his heart. It's significant. We're preparing him for a specialized procedure, but the risks are high." The words hit her like stones. She felt them ricochet inside her. Fear, disbelief, anger, love, all tangled into one overwhelming ache. "But he didn't know," she whispered, her voice cracking. "He didn't have symptoms until now." "He likely did," the doctor said, with sympathetic eyes. "He just pushed through them." "Of course he did. Mark always pushed through. Early flights, long shoots, exhausting schedules. He'd show up, joke, smile, charm everyone in the room, never letting anyone see the strain beneath the surface." Kelly pressed her palm against her lips as tears blurred her vision. "Can I see him?" "Of course." She followed the doctor through another door, another glowing hallway, until they reached Mark's room. He lay still, hooked to wires and monitors that beeped steadily, too steadily, as if mocking how fragile he suddenly seemed. But when he opened his eyes and saw her, the warmth returned, faint, but familiar. "Hey," he murmured. Kelly hurried to his bedside, taking his hand, squeezing it as though she could anchor him to the world. "You scared me," she whispered. Mark tried to smile. "Guess I needed dramatic flair." "Not funny," she said, choking on a laugh that dissolved into tears. He brushed his thumb across her knuckles. "I'm not going anywhere." "You can't promise that," she breathed. He said, "I can. Because I'm going to fight, and because you're here." Kelly rested her forehead against his. In that tiny space between them, she felt everything: fear, hope, love, and the fragile thread tying all three together. Outside, the machines continued their rhythmic pulsing, each beep a reminder that life could change in an instant. But inside the quiet warmth of that room, Kelly found something else: determination. Whatever came next, procedures, recovery, risk, uncertainty, they would face it together. And for now, that was enough.